guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. We got celebration info finally. Man, it is brutal when they do these like data downloads and character reveals, and then the weekend happens. Like, all right, see you in 3 days, right? It's like Trunks was revealed just so long ago. It's like Trunks is still not out yet, and like now we finally get celebration info. So going into this, there's a lot here that is not shown. We know this for sure. Every year in the middle of August, literally every year, so expect it again this year, they do numerous Peppy Gal EZAs, sometimes Awakenings. We typically get a double right spanner with new Peppy Gal characters on it, right? So we can expect, I think, a lot of that. I am holding out hope. I mean, we could quickly pull this up real fast. I am holding out hope that we potentially could see a baby-possessed Bra. There was new assets in here for the Dragon Ball story. I think this, as like a summonable character in the Double Rates banner, could be really nice, right? Like a character that could potentially help out villains. Because typically, those Double Rate Peppy Gal characters are very good. Like Chilai and Fasha, right? Like, they're typically very good. So, definitely keep an eye for that. Let's jump in. So keep in mind, this is... So, okay, there's this DOKKANFEST Super Trunks banner. There's this Peppy Gal's Double Rates, and then it's worldwide. So, we're like exactly a month away from worldwide. The worldwide download celebration banners would be like probably the 30th, 31st, 29th, in this range right here. I anticipate we might know the theme as soon as next week. Remember, they released the teaser very early last year. It was very early they released a teaser. Maybe around like the 12th or so. So we'll know. Like, it's like, we'll know if it's like, oh, okay, it's Future Saga. Looks like Vegeta is coming, right? Or, you know, I don't know. Like if they show like the Dragon Ball Super Broly, we know, okay, Gogeta's coming, right? Like we'll know stuff like that. All right, so... New Super Battle events, Dragon Ball Story, EZA, bunch of different events. They're bringing back the weekend banner too, which is good for a lot of players. That's always a W for sure. All right, so we have this. Is this Bulma asset new? Maybe she's from a support memory or something, or maybe a support memory coming up. This doesn't... I don't recall. This is probably something obvious. Like, it might have already been there or something like that. So we got login bonus, missions, typical stuff. All right, then we get to the banner. Super Trunks' banner. So here, of course, is the release schedule. Transforming Vegeta and Super Vegeta, his sub-EZA, they come out in a couple of days. And then tonight, of course, is the Super Trunks banner, which is Super Trunks as well as the Gohan. And then Battlefield tonight as well, which brings Mecha Frieza and King Cold. Super Trunks, not really too sure. I mean, Super Trunks is not out yet. I would think tentatively he's a very difficult character to rank. In base, he's really not too exceptional. I mean, a chance to guard character is never really that spectacular. It's just like in base, he's just nothing special. Like he's, I don't know, banner unit level in base, like a good banner unit. Like, I don't know. You're just not, like, this guy is just not crazy, right? Now, they do balance that out by Super Trunks. You know, he's like 23rd World Tournament Goku, like God mode level, right? Like that's what Super Trunks is. You know, you're coming out of the gate, you have the 300%. He's doing guaranteed crits. He's guaranteed guarding, right? He has a Ghost Usher. Like, this guy's ridiculous. But it's heavily gated, because the way they do this, so you need 3 Android Sauce Cell Saga characters besides Trunks on the team. If you're running Trunks' team, like, the friend Trunks will count, so you just need 2 more, right? Is the way it's going to work. But a lot of people... Like, people are just confused. Like, I just see people typically, I mean, they're always missing the point. The problem for Trunks is not the guard. This is not a concern for Trunks. Because when you transform into Super Trunks, he is guaranteed guarding, and he's, like, a dominant god. Like, at the start of these fights, you could remove this line. This Trunks is fine. The problem is you do need the Android Cell Saga characters for this. This is what you need, not the guard. The guard doesn't matter so much, I don't think, on this base Trunks. But this is imperative that you have this, because in order for Trunks to transform into, right here. In order for Trunks to transform into Super Trunks, you have to do 5 attacks. Now, if you have this part of his passive up, really, that's just 2 turns, And then if you get a hidden potential system additional in either, you're good to go. Or if you get his active skill, which you could do both normal transformed and actually transformed, this is just 60% HP, you could do this as well. The point is, you just would really like to be in Super Trunks form, probably by turn 5, depending upon the fight you're in. Because then, you know, you could transform into Super Trunks. He would terrorize some of these bosses. You know, you have his invincible turn, and then you could begin to spam Ghost Ushers, you know, type of shenanigans. You do have to have 60% or more HP, though. But I think that this guy is tough to rank. I don't know. I mean, he's definitely... I feel like I want to put him above Gamma level, just off of rip of what Super Trunks himself does, but... I mean, do I put this guy above God Goku? I would say no. Do I put this guy above Kale? I would probably say no. I don't think so. Trunks, to me, I feel like he's a good level of strength, though. And at the very least, I do hate this, but I feel like there is actual purpose. I don't look at this Trunks and think I think this guy's good designed. Like, 23rd World Tournament Goku, like, people don't get that either. Like, 23rd World Tournament Goku could fail, but his design is good. The guard, like, being conditional is because if 23rd World Tournament Goku didn't have that, he's, like, undisputed #1 unit in the game, dude. Like, that's why he's got that. Right? Like, you're not just gonna make a TUR character just, you know, undisputed #1, dominating all LRs and stuff like that. Like, it's just not realistic. I think his design is good. And I do think the design is good for this Trunks as well. My only concern is, it's like they do this, and like Amatsu is like, he's just smiling ear to ear, and he says, y'all think you're getting the Android Cell Saga buffs? No, you're not. They're not coming. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, do not anticipate buffs for this. We're waiting for Universe 6 for Kale. We're waiting for Target Goku for Super 17. We're waiting for GT bosses for Omega. We're waiting on every character. So I mean, I don't think, oh yeah, we know Android Cell Saga is coming up. No, we don't. We got no clue, right? We got no clue. But the problem with this Trunks is this restriction. This is the downside with him, is that the other characters you're bringing can very easily die and fold, whereas Trunks will not. I think Trunks is pretty good. And I mean, this is certainly very sad. You look at this, and it's like, yes, this is exactly the type of character I want to get at Dokkan Fest, but they toss this on him. So it's really tough for him to be super impactful across all those teams. I mean, he's still going to be better than... I mean, you take this away. Like, if you don't have... So this is everything from the Android... Like, this right here. Take this entire sequence away, and this guy is probably still better than almost the entire roster of some of these categories, right? Saviors and heavenly events and shit like that. So it's nice, but... I mean, certainly we'd like... You know, the restriction didn't need to be as strict. Maybe drop this down to 2. That could have been a little bit more effective there. And then Gohan, I mean, here's where, again, Amatsu's just laughing his ass off. Because if this Gohan was really good, I mean, we'd be in business. But they decided to make this guy shit, unfortunately. He's bad. He's really bad. He's a character with no defense whatsoever, but they want him to get hit. I mean, you guys know, I can only complain about having to get hit so much because it's a shitty mechanic. He's a support type character, which I love from banner units, but where's the attack? I mean, are we going to say Mastered Evolution and Heavenly Events are too busted to get an attack buff here? Like, it's absurd. They're trolling with this. This is bullshit. If this Gohan was really good, STR Krillin level or something like that, that automatically makes Trunks way better too, right? Like, Turles would be outright garbage if Amon and Raisin didn't drop with him. Like, Turles would be, like, unrunnable, probably. Like, because, I mean, remember, Golden Frieza is not on his team, right? Like, it would be rough for Turles. Amon and Raisin really helped him out, and the perception of him and stuff like that. Same with, like, LR, Kale, and Khalifa, although Kale and Khalifa are not completely what Kale needs, but yeah, you get the point. But yeah, this guy sucks. He's just ass. He's really bad. Shitty character, unfortunately. Andros has Cell Saga category banner, sure. Super Trunks gets a Dokkan event, very deserved, I would say. I do like all these, you know, a Dokkan event for all these characters. One other thing this does, by the way, is all these bastards having a Dokkan event means less shattering the limit, you know, like LRs and stuff like that, which we like, right? So, yeah, we'll definitely take that. That's a W right there. Stones, sure. The keys, which are every single month, sure. Elder Kai banners. Perhaps the 16th-ish is about when the Peppy Gal double rates banner would show up. I assume so. By the way, the double rates banners, remember, are always carnival coin banners as well, which is really, really good. It is, right? Yeah, it should be. The double rates banner should be a carnival coin. Then we get the new Dragon Ball story right here. I mean, I must confess, why is this like right here and not like previously? Don't ask me. Like, why didn't they drop this in Tanabata? I don't know. I mean, it's cool that this is here, sure, but yeah, whatever. Oh, this drops tonight, by the way. Okay, cool. We got Battlefield coming up. Along with Battlefield, we get EZA, Mecha Frieza, and King Cold. The wiki didn't have their EZA in the data yet, on the page yet, so we're looking at this. I got bad news for you guys. They suck, right? Like, they're just unfortunately not very good. Another thing that really does blow balls, because, you know, a Wicked Bloodline buff would be really nice. You know, this is where, like, you know, free-to-play characters, like, if they made this unit a little bit better, a little bit more of, like, a realistic option, we would, you know, be in business here, but unfortunately, they kind of did not. Very sad, very sad. Maybe you could get a little bit of value from them on Wicked Bloodline or something like that if they never get hit. One thing I think is that they'll struggle for ki, though, unless you're fighting a Super Saiyan category enemy, which isn't the most often. I mean, I think that everything here is exactly fine, and then you just give them 40% damage reduction or guard or 50% chance to dodge if the entire team is Wicked Bloodline. Bam. That's all they would need, and I would like them quite a bit. I know people will go, oh my god, I hate how every character needs that, but yeah, tough, man. You're gonna need defensive mechanics. You know, when Omega is doing, you know, 700k normals that hit the entire rotation instantly, like, you're gonna need characters who could tank a little bit, right? Like, you know, free to play defensive levels of 2021 don't really cut it anymore. Sorry, man. So we have that. A bunch of Android Cell Saga events are returning, right? Super Strikes, story events. I mean, we have this one. I mean, I guess this is kind of like an Android Saga. Yeah, this is actually an Android Saga era movie, huh? Because of Gohan, it's pre-Time Chamber Gohan in this. So this is an Android Saga era, like, movie, the Android 13 movie. These two are returning, which means a world tournament is imminent. Here's a bunch of EZA areas come in, blah, 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 sure. And again, these are Android Cell Saga events. They just dropped every Android Cell Saga events coming back, which makes sense. We have the world tournament stuff is coming back, which is cool. Or, excuse me, not the world tournament, the weekend banner. So there's going to be missions. People can get tickets. I mean, this is a pretty recent character. This 8th anniversary. They came out in January. So that's good, right? If this banner is going to have a lot of, like, actual, like, relevant recent characters on it, we love that. You know, like, people could pull Chi-Lai off of this, or Int Pan, or, you know, Yajirobe. Yajirobe's another one around that time who could be good. Tora is okay. He's okay. Then here, of course, are the missions and, you know, login bonus, stuff like that. Fine. You know, sure. This goes until, like, the 20th and stuff. Okay. Then we get the EZA. So this is for transforming Vegeta. We can go ahead and pull him up right here. Transforming Vegeta. I want to get more experience with him before I really decide. I feel like he's probably a level below some of the recent... Like, is Blue Gogeta better than this guy? I'd probably say yeah. You know, I'd probably feel like Beerus is better than this guy. But, I mean, he could be solid. I think that he's just... Vegeta's gonna just be really trash, probably, until you get to, like, God mode. It's like, once you get to, like, God, where is this orb changing guaranteed? Is it Super Saiyan 2? It's Super Saiyan 2. It's still Super Saiyan and Super Vegeta. It's a 70% chance. Once his orb changing is guaranteed, I think you're a little bit better off. And the restriction for the additional begins to get lower and lower, right? 6 orbs. Then we get to 5 orbs, right? So it's like, that helps him quite a bit. I don't know if they did anything really. The only way, you know how I would buff this guy? I think blue is probably fine. Here's what they could do to a balanced buff is Super Saiyan Vegeta could have a 70% chance to dodge, and then it gets lower. You know, maybe Super Vegeta's at a 60%, Super Saiyan 2, 50%, Super Saiyan God, 40%, and then blue probably doesn't even need it at all. But I think that, like, that could work. I think that the first couple of forms are just going to be really weak. I think blue should be pretty strong, but, you know, you got to get there. Which, you know, it's a lot of turns too. right? Like, you got to be on, like, turn 10 to get Super Saiyan Blue out. In the new Omega fight, that's realistic. That'll happen, but I mean, I want to use him a little bit more. We'll see. Super Vegeta. Unfortunately, this is another thing that sucks. I mean, he's an Android Cell Saga character. I mean, if this guy was actually, like, you know, tremendously powerful, that would be a good thing. I just think that he's kind of like a mid option that you can run. I mean, he's something. It's these sub-EZA characters. They really strengthen the floor of your account, right? Like, this is, you know, your 25th option on the Android Cell Saga team or some shit like that. I don't know. You guys get what I'm saying, right? Like, this guy is definitely better than, like, 2020 characters and stuff like that, but he's not uber competitive, but it does kind of just raise the overall strength level of your box. I do like, this guy does awaken with this guy's medals. So it is nice that they're just both easing at the same time. And this just gets another option for Android Cell Saga. I'm certainly not upset about that at all. So we have that. We have that. So this is Sworn Enemy. Yeah, this is the, so yeah, Vegeta's weak to Sworn Enemy, sure. I don't know why this is here, actually. The Sword of Hope Trunks Dokkan event. I have no clue. It's probably here maybe because of, like, some of these sub-ECAs, like this, for this Trunks is what it probably is. I have it pulled up right here. If we take a look at the event, so there's 2 medals from this, which I've got both pulled up. We take a look at this. All of these characters have all EZA'd. Every single one on here. Literally every single character here is EZA'd. So none of this is relevant in any way. But it might be because this guy needs the medals to awaken. That might just be the reason it returns. It's possible, though, that Int Mai could be getting a sub-EZA. What is the timing on this? This is the 8th as well, by the way. That's probably a little early for the Peppy Gal stuff, but that could be, it could be for Int Mai's EZA. This guy also is not EZA, and of course, obviously, Vegeta and Trunks. But this guy is going to be a main, you know, DOKKANFEST TUR EZA. I mean, let's be honest, Worldwide or Anniversary is probably going to be Future Saga. You know, LR Rose, LR Vegito Blue, and shit like that for either Worldwide or Anniversary coming up. It makes a ton of sense, because there's this guy and Fusion Zamasu. The EGL Zamasu need the EZA, so I think that does make sense. That could be it, right, Mai? We really could see. Oh, I wanted to point this out. So future Gohan, future Gohan sub-EZA characters. This is future Android 17 and future Android 18. They're EZA, like, they accidentally mistakenly put the sticker in there. So that means they're coming up, oh, I don't know, it teleported me. But, they're coming up on an EZA, which is not in the celebration info yet here. So, you know, keep that in mind. But again, their EZA should be coming up, future 17 and 18 at some point. But it's not here in the celebration details. We're getting an event right here. I don't know why this is dropping on the 8th and not tonight, by the way. It makes no sense, but this is an event to get Android Cell Saga EX skill orbs, which is very helpful. I always love those. Tech Piccolo, Super Strike Piccolo is getting his Dokkan Awakening and EZA. That's good. I always do like these. Rewards are good and stuff like that. He potentially could be a solid free-to-play character. We're not mad about that at all. There's going to be a new stage added to the support memory event. I do love this, right? You know, we could test out our strong free-to-play characters. Taking a look at the Dragon Ball Z support memory. So the first stage was just kind of like a random stage, I think, to introduce the event that had nothing really to do with the overarching theme of the celebration, which was kind of like Dragon Ball Saga. You know, that was, you know, for Golden Week. Here, the last stage, though, was GT. Right, which did sort of fit the theme, did it not? Actually, wait, no. When did that second stage come out? Wait, hold on. All right, here we go. Here's where my, you know, recording everything, stuff like that could come into play. When did this come out? This is 3 weeks ago. Okay, so this was part of the Tanabata celebration, July 5th. Yep, perfect. Okay. So yeah, the one stage that's been added since has been tied to the celebration theme. So I'd imagine there's 2 options for the support memory that'll get buffed. It's probably going to be this, Surpass Super Saiyan. This is just before Vegeta, Trunks, Goku, and Gohan essentially go into the time chamber, right? This is right after Cell kind of reveals himself. I think that this probably will be the buff, and we'll be using, you know, Android Cell Saga characters, Vegeta family characters, Rapid Growth characters, stuff like that. Could be it. The other option I think that's possible here is this one, Bonds Built in the Past. This is also an Android Cell Saga. This is when Trunks, you know, after Cell's defeated, after Goku dies, and Trunks is going to return to the future. It's possible that this could be it. But I'm leaning towards it's going to be Surpass Super Saiyan is what the stage is going to be. So we have that. New Super Battle Road stage is coming, which sure, that's fine. 3-day missions. There's going to be a world tournament coming up. Minato showed us the characters it's very likely to be. So Tech Turles, Super Saiyan Bardock, the physical Super Buu, physical Bojack potentially could get Awakening, and then physical Kami potentially could EZA as well. So those are the potential characters we could see. We do know that Tech Turles is going to EZA since they do show him right there. And then that is the end of the celebration info. So nothing really too crazy, nothing spectacular, nothing, oh my god, wowie zowie, nothing like that. But solid, decent celebration right here. We do have some stuff, right? We'll see. Again, I don't expect like, oh my god, part 2, major surprise. Remember that there's no summonable LR coming up because of the Worldwide Download Celebration, right? We're literally about to, in the next 60 days, we have 4 summonable LRs coming, right? So keep that in mind, right? There's not a summonable LR coming up for part 2 of the celebration. So we'll see what's going to happen, right? Let me know what you guys think about the, DOKKANFEST Super Trunks celebration here. I will see y'all tonight for the summons. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.